Let's bring in CEO of the American Jewish Committee, Ted Deutch, for more. Ted, I know you were in the room during President Trump's speech at the Knesset today. What was that like? And what do you hope happens at the summit in Egypt today?
Well, it was an incredibly energized feeling to be in the Knesset with the President of the United States and hearing him talk about the need to build upon the return of the hostages today, the need to return the rest of the remains of the hostages, but then also to build upon peace that exists right now, and making clear to everyone in the room the same thing that he took with him to Sharm el-Sheikh, which is his commitment to continuing to push toward peace. For all of the people that he's meeting with in Sharm el-Sheikh, most importantly right now is keeping the pressure on Hamas, keeping the pressure on them to return the hostages, to abide by the terms of the deal, and ultimately to lay down their arms. The Gaza cannot be rebuilt with Hamas there. That's a message that he took with him to Sharm el-Sheikh. He painted a very bright picture for what the Middle East and the world could look like. Now, his leadership and the commitment of those in Sharm el-Sheikh right now together can help make that happen. But it starts with remembering what happened on October 7th, which he made clear that Hamas started a war, that Hamas now has a responsibility to get out of the picture so that those committed to peace can work with Israel to help achieve it.
Now, 2 Israeli lawmakers were removed from the chamber for disrupting President Trump's speech. They were holding signs that said genocide and recognize Palestine. How do you expect that issue of recognizing a Palestinian state to play into this peace summit and the negotiations going forward?
Well, I think it's clear that if there's going to be serious conversation about where the path to peace with the Palestinians lies, it starts with hopefully the brief conversation that you just showed between the president and Abu Mazen, and hopefully there will be some acknowledgement that there are significant governance reforms that the Palestinian Authority has to make to be able to do what's necessary to lead. That, again, Hamas can't have any role in Gaza. That the PA also needs to take steps to change the focus so that there is a clear push for peace, de-radicalization, stopping the funding of terrorists, those who perform terrorist acts against Israelis, making sure that the textbooks, that the efforts among the Palestinian youth is to focus on peace rather than on this idea that there should be only one state in the region. If there is a future at some point for 2 states, that future has to start with serious changes by the Palestinians and a recognition by everyone, as the president said clearly today in the Knesset, that Israel is not going anywhere, that the Jewish people's connection to this country, to this state, goes back 3,000 years, and the Palestinians and the Israelis have to be here together. But it starts with recognizing that Israel's not going anywhere. That's what Hamas learned. That's what Iran understands. That's what the parties in Sharm el-Sheikh understand. That's why they're now committed to moving forward to making peace and building Israel into the region in a more integrated way that will benefit everybody.
Ted, throughout this morning, we have talked about what this all means for Israel, what it means for Gaza, what it means for the Middle East in general. What do you think it means for Jewish Americans?
Well, today was a remarkable, just an incredible day. The first, all of the videos that we've all been hoping and praying to see of hostages being reunited with their families, the embrace that we've seen over and over has just been so moving. It's really incomprehensible to think of terrorists holding a family member hostage for over 2 years. So first, there was this overwhelming sense of relief that wasn't just felt in Israel, it was felt by the Jewish people around the world. It's something that we all feel a part of, that this is our family that's also coming home. And it provides this sense of relief of where we are now, and of real hope about what can come next in the region. When the world continues to call out the terrorist groups, isolate, defeat the terrorists, stand up to Iran in its support of terrorism, and stand as those countries in Sharm el-Sheikh are doing right now, stand up and say that their commitment is to peace in the region, the recognition of Israel, the full integration of Israel into the region. The president spoke very powerfully about what that could mean for not just the region, for the world. That has the Jewish community around the world, with its strong commitment to Israel, also appreciating the possibilities ahead.
All right, Ted Deutch, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks so much.